Hello and welcome to the first grand final of RLIS Season 3. We're going to start things off with the Shooting Star Division. This is the second bottom tier, but these boys are no slouches. They've made it here to their own credit. I'm Rez, I'm going to be casting this evening, but I'm obviously not alone. I'm joined by the spectacular Mull. How are you?
How's it going, Rez? I'm very excited to be back. It's just a duo again. It's just me and you all the time now.
Yeah.
Getting pretty comfy.
Yeah, so we've got an incredibly interesting game today. We're going to have the Fomorians facing off against the Saints. If you're not familiar with those rosters, it is Crossy, King Keelan, and Roiser going up against Hasco, the Ryboy or Ryan, and Ruffs. We're going to get right into this one. Here we go. This is the grand final. It's going to be a spicy one, Mull. Let's get right into it. An even kickoff. Hasco going to try and retain possession. Ryboy almost gets there. Cleared away. Ruffs could be here. He's going to get a shot off, but Crossy's there. Could be another shot opportunity. Hasco just past the post. Crossy able to get it clear. Good demo by Crossy. He's going to give possession to Roiser. Hasco will be able to deal with this one easily. He's got quite a boost to work with. Gets lots of touches on the edge. Well, that's good mechanical play from him, and Ruffs can't quite get on there. Crossy obviously touted by many to be one of the top players in this division, and he's shown it this season. Hasco, he may have just found a back of the net here. King Keelan can't get back, and Hasco's opened up the grand final, Mull.
Yeah, just by the start there, Hasco definitely bringing out a lot of good mechanical ability. Definitely his aerials. Really nice beat there, and the ball can just slot down right in the corner. Very clean.
Very clean redirect from inside his own half, and he's opened his account, and that is an important goal. That'll set the tone for things today. Crossy back into the corner. Ryan's there. Roiser gets a big clear. Hasco, he's shown what he can do already. He's hit that one half the back, but it's going to bounce straight down. He could be here. King Keelan just gets there. Ruffs could have an opportunity, but it's cleared away. Crossy gets it a little bit further. Fortunate there with the Fomorians. Could have been a tricky situation, and he missed that one. Crossy gets it clear. That's an awkward touch by Hasco. He's going to hope his teammate can get there. Crossy plays it back out. King Keelan unable to get a second touch off the backboard, but Hasco's missed. Could still provide an opportunity. Crossy, big boom. Maybe bouncing down off the backboard. Ruffs could be in trouble. Hasco has missed. This could be an opportunity for Roiser. Can Roiser put it in? And they've leveled up the game.
That was a spicy little shot from Roiser there. Actually not expecting them to get that. Unfortunately, two of the boys not getting a read, but Roiser just having all the time in the world. Will hit it with the bottom left of his car. Just getting it in, making sure it's on target.
Yeah, it was a lovely finish by Roiser to put it in. They've leveled things up early on. They've recovered that one goal deficit, which is so important to do in a game like this. Obviously, RLIS, a different format to what most will be familiar with. As Crossy in the corner tries to get one clear. He's going to be able to get it again, but he's actually missed that one. Ryan could have an opportunity here. Ryan obviously waking up less than an hour ago. He'll hopefully he's had a good day's sleep. Obviously with his sleep schedule, God knows what's happening. Roiser now up on the wall. He's got a little boost to work with, but he's put one on target. But it's going to be easy for Ruffs to get clear. Ryan, he's missed that one. King Keelan can get it back forward. Tries to put it into the corner. That's all too easy for Hasco. He's shown his mechanical prowess so far, and he's going to look to continue with that. Things seem to have settled down for the moment, Mull, but I think there is something on the horizon.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely having good teams going at it right now. We have Fomorians that are just a bit in the defense, but they are keeping it up with a few people getting good aggressive plays. But from the looks of it, the Saints have started off really well, especially with Haskell getting a few nice aerial plays. But as I say, that Fomorians are looking a bit more aggressive, so you never know. It's going to change around really quick, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. We're all tied up, and anything can happen at this point. Both teams certainly in with an equal shout here, but this could be an opportunity, and Ryan puts it in, and he's put his team ahead.
And as I said that, Ryan, with no boost, he will get a nice little flip into the ball, catching Roiser off guard there. Roiser, unfortunately, side flipping out of the way. He could have easily had the save there, but just a bit of a malfunction of the fingers.
A malfunction of the fingers, indeed. It's going to be a long old series, this one. But Saints will be looking to get off to a good start. That's exactly what they've done so far, but still plenty of time for the Fomorians to come back. They've shown that they can score. They've just got to do it a couple more times. This could be an opportunity almost on target there. It was a good attempt. It's Ruffs. Could try and get it infield. He does have a teammate waiting, but it's cleared away. Ryan. Big boom back in by Roiser. Easy enough for the Saints to hold on to that one. Touch and go game at the moment. Well, as things stand, with just less than 2 minutes to go, and that was the first opportunity we've seen in a while. And do you think nerves could be playing a part at this point in the game?
Oh yeah, definitely. After such a long time to get to this one moment in the finals, definitely both teams are going to be on edge. But saying that, it looks like the Saints are holding it a lot more better, definitely keeping up a lot more pressure. And as I say that, maybe messing each other up a bit, but it's definitely looking like that the Saints can keep this a bit more solid at the moment.
Yeah, pressure is so important in these games. You've got to be able to sort of sustain pressure, but make sure not to overcommit, and that's one of the biggest sort of threats that teams can have. There's an opportunity here for Royzer. It's just over the crossbar. He's going to be gutted that one didn't go in. That may have brought them right back into things. Crossy could have a bang off the backboard here. He is going to get it. Ruffs maybe there, but Ruffs has missed. But he's bailed out by his teammate. Still an opportunity, but it seems to have got cleared away. Approaching the final minute here. Ruffs, that may just go into his own net, but the pinch is saved by Hasko. They got away with that one. Pass in field. Great pass from Royzer, but it's easy for Ruffs. Crossy unable to convert. Crossy's got a demo though. This could open up the play. Royzer's still pushing. Opportunity for King Keelan. Could he put it on target? Ryan makes the save. And it looks like it's going to get cleared by Hasko. Could try and get it infield here. A 2-goal lead would secure it at this point. Ryan pops one off the backboard. Opportunity here, and it's been put in by Ruffs, and that is going to close the game, Mo.
That is actually insane. The fact that man, Fomorians were keeping up so much pressure on the opposition there, and I honestly felt like they were going to get that goal to make the equalizer, but just like that, the Saints come back and just put it straight under them on their defense and making it 3-1.
Yeah, that is going to close out the game. Mel, do you just want to take us through what's going to be happening next? Obviously, with the RLIS format being sort of slightly confusing to people who haven't seen it before.
Yeah, so it's going to be a best of 7. Then it's going to start with game 1 being the 3s. And then after this one, it's going to go into the 2s. And then after that, it's going to go into the 1s. Now, game 4 is going to be a bit different. If I remember correctly, I may be wrong. But it's going to go to the decision of the winners of
the loser. The team that is behind in the series gets to choose game 4.
Yeah, so it's going to be the losers for them. And then after that, it's going to be the 2s. And then I think after that, it's going to be the 3s, if I'm right.
Something like that, but we'll make sure to take you through it as we go. That was a good win for the Saints to open things up in the series. We do have 2v2 next, so it's going to absolutely be a spicy one. And I think, obviously, the strongest 2 players on the Fomorians have to be Crossy and Royzer, and that is who they've put up. Obviously, teams do have to be submitted in advance with the new RLIS ruling, and I think Mel, this possibly has to be a must-win game for Crossy and Royzer.
Yeah, I'm just my explanation of the best of 7 just was really nice. You know, I'm just very proud of myself with that one. Being a manager and all that, being a manager of 2 orgs, let's not forget that.
Well, you're gonna. Oh, that's a fantastic finish from Royce to open up the game. Just 4 seconds in, and he has put one away, and he's gonna want to set the tone for this game. A fantastic finish, high up in the air. Ryan, nothing you could do to get to that one.
Honestly, such a banger. And as we say that, I would like to say the game 1 is going to be the 3s, the 2s is going to be the 2s, and game 3 is going to be the 1s, and then game 4 is going to be the losing team's choice. Game 5 is the 3s, game 6 is the opposite of game 4, and game 7 is the 3s. Okay.
We got there in the end, well, very good. And we're going to focus on this 2v2 for now. Ryan, he's going to have to get this one clear. Does so. Royzer's there though. 0 boost to work with. This should be okay for Hasko, and Hasko, stand-up player in game 1, but Crossy has somehow come out of the play completely, and he won't be able to get back. Mel, I'm just shocked by what on earth happened to Crossy in the midfield.
Honestly, Crossy looked like he accidentally jumped. Hasko with a really nice recovery there with a nice half flip, and it almost looked like Crossy can get the save there. But yeah, definitely Crossy having a bit of a slip up and just throwing himself completely out of position.
Crossy throwing it away, gifting the Saints a goal to put them ahead, but they may just get the lead right back, but that's just wide of the post. Ryan now trying to move it forward. Royzer's there. Crossy could be in field, but he's cleared away by Hasko. Hasko been doing incredibly well so far. Royzer now tries to get it past the first, can't do it though. And it seems that, well, the Fomorians seem to have the vast majority of the pressure. They can't really convert it into goals at the moment. The defense of the Saints remaining stoic so far. Rosa going to put one off the backboard. This could be difficult for them to get cleared, but Rosa unable to convert the 50-50 opportunity. Crossy now off the backboard. May it drop down to him? Rosa may be there, but it's cleared away by Ryan, only as far as Crossy's waiting like a shark at the moment, Merle, but it just seems like Fomorians cannot break down this defense.
Honestly, it looks like the 3 is all over again. The Saints are just keeping up much pressure. But as I say that, the Fomorians are keeping good pressure on their side. And yeah, as I say that, Royser is going to get a nice goal in on them. But from the looks of it, it was looking like the Saints were keeping it really solid there. But you never know. As you've seen there, Royser just done a bit of a solo play. Gets the goal in, giving them 2-1, which is a good lead to have, especially if they can keep that up. But Fomorians do look like they are changing their aggressiveness in the 2s here.
Yeah, absolutely. The 2v2 game mode is a place where we can really get to see sort of solo plays come into their own. And obviously with all players being first and second round picks, the third round picks on both teams choosing to sit this one out, this is probably one of the higher level games we're going to see in this tier. And Royser could find an opportunity, and Royser's put it in, Mullen. That goal came out of completely, utterly nowhere.
Honestly, Royser's popping, gets a nice little catch, tries to get the shot there, but Haskell will get the save. But Royser getting a really nice recovery, and the ball's just sitting there for him to hit it in. It's a really good job from Royser.
That was a lovely finish by Royser. Finds the opening, and he's got that 2-goal buffer, which is so vital. Gives you just that confidence boost that you don't have to sit back in defense, and they may be able to convert it to a 3-goal lead, and Crossy can, and the kickoff has killed them.
Well, we've seen what happened there. Bit of a miscommunication, or not even, that's not a miscommunication. Haskell tried to go for the mid boost, Ryan was there. Haskell bumped Ryan, and they were both out of play, and Crossy can just bring it home. Simple as.
Crossy puts one home, and the game is seeming to sort of begin to fall out of reach of the Saints, but there is plenty of time to make this comeback. Royser tries to play it infield. Haskell, that's going to be easy for him. Crossy, he's going to have to hit this one, chooses to hit it towards the corner. He should be able to collect this boost. He's going to leave Haskell with very little, but an opportunity here for Ryan. Royser, he's missed that one off the backboard. Crossy's there to bail him out, and the chemistry seems to be there between Crossy and Royser, and that has proved to be incredibly important in this series, Mel.
Yeah, we're going with that, seeing that the Rye boy is more of a 3s main, so that is going to affect him in this 2s, and then going Haskell, there's only so much you can do on your own. Not saying that Ryan's doing anything bad, but you really need a 2s main to go at this, and Royser almost hitting that, but Crossy being a 2s main himself, and then Royser, I'm not too sure, but they are working really well together on that and keeping up good pressure, which is definitely something that you're going to be used to if you're constantly playing 2s all the time. So it's going to be way different in here, especially for Royser and Crossy.
Absolutely, Haskell trying to move it forward. They need to get a goal sooner rather than later. They fell behind early, and they need to begin the road to recovery soon, or else the game's going to go out of reach, and that's one way to start it. Ryan puts one in.
Honestly, simple as that. Ryan showing his threes qualities. Just a nice big boomer, hits it straight over, and just gets it straight in the net. Honestly, it's going to be a good chance for them to bring it back. If they just keep up the bim bam, it could work out for them.
Yeah, it has seemed to have worked incredibly well so far, but obviously they do find themselves 2 goals behind, and they may have lost that benefit again, but Royser fails to make a connection with that one. Haskell here could try and get the flick. It's going to be saved by Crossy. A good save from him, getting up quickly. Ryan now desperate to try and turn. He knows that they need to keep playing this aggressive form of Rocket League, but it's just too risky. They can't afford to concede again. Haskell. He's got plenty of boost for a flick here, but he's got that one completely wrong, but he has baited out Crossy with the miss. Royser going to take it across. Lots of boost to work with. He's going to be able to get another touch on this, but it's a good 50-50 by Ryan. This one may just bounce straight in, but Crossy's there to make the save. He's going to try and look for another one. Crossy as it goes far and wide on that one. Bouncing inside, opportunity for Royser. Could try and find one off the backboard. He's got the double tap capabilities, but unable to get that one in. And they could have just found a counter-attacking goal, and Ryan has brought us back within 1.
Once again, Ryan just sitting back on his side, sees the ball and is like, I'm going to boom this home. Honestly, if they just keep booming them back while Fomorians are overextending themselves, they can get this back simply off just hitting the downfield.
I don't know about you, but I think the Fomorians have played this game completely wrong. They had the 3-goal lead, and they've suddenly started to sort of go more aggressive than they need to, but Crossy, he doesn't care. He's going to go out and bag another goal for his team with a minute left. All that confidence and momentum the Saints have built up has just suddenly been demolished again.
Well, Rez, we have to bring it up. That's 2 times that we've mentioned now that Ryan has gone for the kickoff and Haskell's just went straight up behind him and bumped him while they both went for mid boost, giving Fomorians the opportunity to score a goal. And I feel like that's something they're going to need to look for if they want to get a bit better and keep the series going.
Right, he may have had an opportunity if it had gone quickly there, chose to go slow, and with less than a minute left, the game falling out of reach. Royzer tries to get the flick over him, and he puts it in, Marlon. I would say that's game.
Royzer is cracked. Fakes out Haskell, uses his time wisely. A nice little dribble left, right, bim bam, and gets the flick. And it was such a clean flick as well. Gets it over the right way. Really good job from Royzer there.
Yeah, beautiful finish. We thought the Fomorians were throwing it all away when we came back to 4-3. But it seems that they've regained confidence, regained that sort of clinical capabilities that they showed early on in the game, and they've put themselves back ahead. Royzer unable to connect with that one, and Ryan, they are not going down without a fight by any means, Mel.
Honestly, I'm liking these shots, and especially with the Saints just being able to bim bam it, but Ryan with a really nice little redirect there, getting it in front of him. Well, yeah, honestly, Rez, I feel like there's still a chance for the Saints to come back here in this.
Yeah, I don't know, I have my doubts. I don't think they've really been able to get much sustained pressure. Obviously, lots of their goals have come from long shots. So as long as the Fomorians can sort out their sort of rotation and not being too aggressive, then it should be okay. But obviously, it is worth note that they have just come off threes, and it does seem that Fomorians have played with a bit more of a 3v3 rotation, which could mean that they've sort of struggled to adapt to sort of changing game mode so rapidly. We'll have to see how that one goes. Royzer, Crossy gets the touch, and that will secure the game. There isn't enough time really for them to get 2 more goals, and we're gonna see Fomorians tie up the series as we go into a 1v1 next. I say is we wait for the ball to drop, and Crossy's gonna put it down, and that is gonna be game. Fomorians tying up the series after 2.
This is exciting. This is what you like to see. You like to see each team having a 1 series under the belt, especially going into the ones, because the ones is such an unpredictable one, especially in this tier in shooting star. Ones is going to be so unpredictable, and I feel like now from the looks of it, I feel like they're going to put Crossy out. Crossy being the strongest player on their team, in my opinion. Even though Royzer definitely did show himself there in the 2s, but Crossy definitely being the 1's main. I feel like in this on the server's gone down for maintenance. All right.
We do love to see it. It seems every time RLI stream, we just end up having server crashes left, right, and centre. But that's not a problem. Obviously, Fomorians, they've looked like a formidable side. Obviously, Crossy and Royzer, some of the top players in the division. Obviously, King Keelan, obviously, has been holding his own considering the fact they've made it this far. So I think there's definitely the potential that they're going to be able to pull this one off. But so far, they look fairly unconvincing in the 3s. But they did make it back in the 2s. So obviously with the rules, it's actually gonna be who is it? It's Ruffs going up against Crossy, and this is gonna be a spicy game. But I don't know what we're gonna see here.
Spicy. Well, I haven't really seen Ruffs play once, but as I say that, he is going to get a really clean kickoff goal. But I have seen Crossy grind once, and I believe Crossy is sitting around border champ 3. But you never know. Ruffs is a solid player, so I wouldn't put it past him.
Oh, champ 3 and 1s, that is certainly higher than I'm ever going to be. As Ruffs bags the opening goal of the game. And this could be a big swing game in regards to the rest of the series. This would put a team ahead, and obviously the losing team would then get the choice between 1s and 2s for the next game. Ruffs gets it over the first, and that was a big opportunity, but he gets demoed for his troubles, and Crossy is going to get lucky with that post bounce, and it's going to take plenty of time to nurture that one around. Could look to get a second touch here. He's got 70 boost to work with, and he puts it past Ruffs, and Crossy just caught him off guard with that one.
Yeah, I don't think Ruffs expected him to get the little catch down there. Now, I was going to say, Crossy is someone who works very well in 1s when you give him a lot of space. So I feel like Ruffs was just in a bit of an awkward situation, definitely didn't have the boost, and Crossy's really good at taking advantage of that. So it was a really nice shot from Crossy.
Yeah, it was a fantastic finish. Crossy now can look to turn in the midfield just off the kickoff. Could provide Ruffs an opportunity though, gets the flick off, but Crossy is there. Good save from him. Out very quickly with the little boost he had. Ruffs now, he's beginning to boost off Crossy. Crossy's going to need to get a big clear, and that may be just what he needs, but Ruffs, he's still around. And that's a great backflip. Crossy won't be able to get back in time, and Ruffs is going to secure it, and he puts himself back ahead.
I feel like I'm saying ooh so much, but there's so many nice little things happening in here. Ruffs with a really nice flick there again over Crossy. Definitely catching him off guard, but Ruffs is taking it by 2-1.
Yeah, Ruffs puts himself back ahead, and you sort of won. This is a game where it's all about getting those insurance goals. Oh, Crossy, he's gone for a delayed kickoff, but Ruffs
Yeah.
seems to have read it well and has got it straight past him now. Crossy looks for a big clear. Crossy, he's going to look for another touch and he's up quicker than Ruffs and he's leveled the game up. And as I said, you need those insurance goals because otherwise your opponent is ever so close to getting back in it.
Yeah, definitely a bit awkward there for Ruffs. Crossy had all the momentum and the ball was in his favor going towards the goal. Ruffs definitely just trying to get it out of the way, but not being able to get up there fast enough.
Absolutely, Crossy wins that kickoff there. He's going to prioritise boost over that ball. Oh, I take that back, but Ruffs does get back in time. If I was Crossy, I'd be looking to try and take this boost away from Ruffs, but he turns well, and forget what I'd ever said, as Crossy gets a good turn on that. Knocks it off the backboard, but Ruffs is there in time, and this is turning into be a real spectacle of a ones match here. Both players playing at a high level. Crossy, 60 boost to work within the corner, and he may have caught Ruffs off guard, but Ruffs, is he going to get back in time? Yes, he can. Just tips it past the post. A fantastic play from Ruffs, but he's just giving it away to Crossy. He put in such a shift to make the save, and then does that. That is poor from Ruffs.
Honestly, just as we complimented that save there, he just goes and picks the boost over ball, and he just completely gets out of the play, giving Crossy a free hit there.
A big error from Ruffs is going to cost him the tie. He's now behind by 1. Ruffs knocks him off the backboard, could look to get a second touch here and does, and back and forth, Merle, as the game is tied yet again.
Honestly, this is what we like to see, but Ruff's definitely making up for his mistake there, just getting that goal back to let him know that it was a mistake, and he's not going to throw it away that easy.
Still so much time left. That's the thing about ones. You can have these incredibly high scoring games, but in the end it comes down to a 1-goal margin. Could see that being the case here as Crossy, ever the aggressor, is going to find a demo and find the back of the net, and that's a lovely bit of aggressive play from Crossy.
Honestly, Crossy being such a good aggressive player, just going straight in for the demo, not even caring about the ball there. And then he can just take it straight home. Definitely keeping up good pressure.
A fantastic show of sort of variety of skill sets from Crossy. He's shown he can be fast to the ball, he's shown he can go for demos, he's shown he can play slow and get flicks. And this is really boding well for him this game, but we have to remember he does only have a 1-goal lead. He's going to look to try and change that here though. Ruffs. Try and move forward with this one. 30 boosts to work with. Going to try and put it in the corner, but Crossy is there quite easily, and Crossy may have converted it as well. Can he find the long-range shot? And Crossy has added long-range efforts to his repertoire.
Yeah, a bit of a weak shot there from Ruffs, and then he tried to go for the pump on Crossy, but Crossy just played it out really well. Bit patient, waited for Ruffs to overextend himself, and then just booms it nice and easy.
Absolutely, Merlin. I think this is the first time we've seen one of the players have a 2-goal lead, and that could prove to be so critical in these games. They've all been tight. Crossy looks to try and get the flick, but it's weak. Ruffs is there. Gonna try and get the flick, Ruffs, but Crossy balls to the wall, is going to challenge on that one, and could he get the 6th goal for him? But he can't quite find the corner, and he's actually missed that boost. He could be in a spot of bother here if he can't recover. But he has picked up the mid boost. Ruffs, he's going to have to do well to get this pass, and he's overextended himself, and Crossy has found his 7th. 6th.
6th. But yeah, no, definitely Crossy's going to feel a lot more comfortable. I did feel like going into this that Crossy was a bit more comfortable because I've seen him today grinding ones. So he is going to be a lot more chill and definitely predicting things a bit more than Ruffs. But there is still a chance because Ruffs has really strong kickoffs and he has been making a few smart plays going into this.
Yeah, absolutely. Crossy, though, he's got possession off the kickoff. He's got boost off the kickoff, and he's going to look to try and get an air dribble, but it looked like he was tempted to go for the flip reset, but bailed. Oh, and that's a big miss, and Ruffs may have an open goal opportunity, and Crossy, a big mistake has cost him that goal.
Yeah, I feel like Crossy was expecting that to be in there, so he just tried to leap at it as much as he could, but hits the post, and good job on Ruffs getting the rebound.
Yeah, a sizable mistake from Crossy is going to cause his lead to be diminished to 2. But he's won that kickoff, and his kickoffs, they seem slightly I was slightly skeptical of them at the start of the game, but he seems to have got into a groove here as he gets another bump onto Ruffs, showing the physical play yet again and puts it in the corner, and now he's got 7.
Well, that's it. Crossy, being a really aggressive player, instantly tries to go for the boost, and he does get the bump, just throwing Ruffs out of the play, and now you can just take it up nice and easy, getting a bit of a doomsday dish in there. But yeah, Crossy feeling very comfortable once again with a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, it seemed close at the start, but it seems like Crossy has started to edge ahead as the better player here. Still time though for Ruffs, and he's going to get one there. Well, at least he should. He's got an open goal to aim at, and he is going to put it away. And Crossy, he's got to be careful. We saw him give up a 4-goal lead and let the opponents come back to 4-3 in the last twos game. But he's going to want to hold on to this one. Be very careful with his challenges and make sure he keeps this lead, Mol.
Honestly, yeah, you could see that when Ruff's got the ball there and he was trying to get in that 5th goal, he didn't want to boom it because he really didn't want to ruin the chance of getting that goal there. So you can tell that he really wants to win this, but he is trying to take it easy. And as I say that, he doesn't get the save on Cross. He boomed it straight into the net.
Fantastic finish from Crossy, just smashes it in. And as I mentioned earlier, Crossy has a vast repertoire of different shots and different sort of play styles that he's continually switched between in this game. And I think that's one of the things that's really set him apart. He's been near impossible to read. Crossy's going to get that boost steal, but he could have overextended himself. Ruffs has an opportunity here. Can Crossy get back? And yes, he can. Just tips it off his own post, and that was a lovely one to keep it out. Looking to try and get another hit. Crossy puts it far and wide into the corner. But he's got Cerebus to work with. Ruffs maybe able to get a big shot on target. He's going to take it slow. He must score this really. And Crossy makes a good save, and the flicks just haven't really been there for Ruffs this game. He's had quite a few opportunities, but hasn't got the height or the power he's been looking for. Crossy now just killing time at the moment in the corner, and Merle, as every second goes away, it just seems like Ruffs is going to be unable to get back into this one.
Honestly, and it just looks like it looks like he's panicking a little bit when he had that opportunity when he was coming towards Crossy there in the offense, and he could have boomed it, but he was just trying to keep it close because he's playing very safe at the moment, which is preventing him from trying to get these opportunities to get the comeback. So honestly, it is looking like that it is going to go to Crossy here.
Yeah, Crossy, he's going to take this one, and the Fomorians, for the first time, are going to have to lead in the series. With 20 seconds left, it's all been impossible for Ruffs, and he hasn't really shown the speed and the prowess to make that kind of comeback, so the game is going to go to the Fomorians. And up next, obviously, because the Saints are behind, they get the choice of either 2v2 or 1v1, and Mel, if you were them, what would you pick?
Well, obviously you're going to go back to your roots, and they did win the threes. So I feel like they're going to go back with that.
They can't pick threes, it's either ones or twos.
No. Oh, sorry, that's my bad. Yeah, so they're probably going to go into the twos. I feel like they're going to go to the twos.
Yeah, certainly. The twos seem closer, and I think Royza is a very strong ones player as well, so they're going to look to try and avoid that for a little while. But for Morins, 9-6, Crossy takes down Ruffs in the 1v1. And it was another close game, especially early on, but it just seemed that Crossy proved to be the better player as we moved forward. And Mal, I just want to get your take. If you're playing twos, obviously Hasko and Ryan, they can't play again as a combination, so they're going to have to play with Ruffs. So do you think it's going to be Hasko and Ruffs, or Ryan and Ruffs if they were to pick twos again?
Well, I feel like I personally think it's going to be Ruffs and Hasko. I feel like that would be a nice duo to see out.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, they are still going to decide. We are still yet to see which they choose. Obviously, it is a big decision to make. Could swing the series. If they lose the next, then they're playing up against match point for the remaining 3 games. And we're just going to have to wait and see what they decide upon. And just something of note, I'll take the stream back to the score, but actually I won't bother because it's about to end. But both players with 12 shots in that last game, but sort of they were set apart by 4 goals. And I think that shows sort of how clinical Crossy was in comparison to Ruffs. And it seems that Hasko, he's announced that the Saints are going to be picking ones in this one, which is a bit of a surprise to me. And it's going to be Royza against Hasko, and this is going to be another spicy match, Mo.
Ooh, this is very spicy. Now, personally, I played against Hasko in the 12 Titans, and I will personally say that Hasko has this one in the bag.
Fair enough. I would have expected that one. I haven't seen either of these players play ones really at all, especially not recently. So it's going to be interesting to see where this one goes. But Hasko, the caster's curse, Mull, you've doomed him within the first 10 seconds as he absolutely bottles it and gives the goal away.
I can't believe it. Nice shot from Riser there, making sure that he didn't muck up his shot. But I can't believe Haskell just completely threw that away to him.
Yeah, he's completely thrown that one away. He's gifted Royce the opener. Could that sort of degrade his confidence a little bit? He's going to have to be careful, going to make sure he remains calm, keeping a cool head. It's 50% of ones. Royce up in the air, tries to get the first touch. Haskell, he's going to look to try and get one. He's got a boost, he's going to try and whip it in, but Royce makes the save. That's a good play from him. Royce gonna try and get a flick opportunity, gets the flick, but Haskell just there in time, and Haskell is gonna try and convert it down the other end. Rosa, lots of boost to work with, could try and get a big touch, but he's taking things slow. Make sure he catches it as he lands, but he's missed the boost. And Haskell, if I was him, I would have gone quicker there, but who am I to say? And Rosa, he's gonna just get that one onto the bar. A fantastic save, Mull. And it just seems that sort of Rosa is holding at the moment.
Honestly, I underestimated Roser a little bit. I'll completely admit that. Roser playing very solid, especially having no boost here. He's holding this defense down so good. And Haskell just looks like, as we say that Roser gets his full boost, but Haskell just looking like he's trying to scram for any opportunity he can. But it looks like it's just going into Roser's favour.
Haskell just about gets away with that one. I thought he was going to put it into his own net for a second, but he'll get away with it. Haskell looks for the flick. That's a fantastic flick. Can he find the angle? No, he can't. It's just come off the post. And Royce has got the bump. This could be a massive opportunity. This could be an enormous play for Royce, and it is. And that is fantastic from the Fomorians, man.
Oh, that is actually so sad. You can see Haskell is just trying to scrape these opportunities, but it causes him to overextend. But Royce with such a 200 IQ bump. If I can't go back, you can't go back. And he hits Haskell and just takes all the time he has to get that second goal in.
That's a good kickoff from Royce. He could have another opportunity on his hands here. He's sold Haskell a dummy, but he's out of boost and he's going to have to concede possession. Haskell trying to look for the flick, but flicks from the Saints hasn't seemed to be their strong point so far. Ruff struggling with it last game as well. Haskell unable to connect with them so far. Lots of boost, lots of ball time as he's going to try and hit a long, hard ball down towards the other end, but Royce, he's able to make the save. Haskell trying to take it back. And that's a good 50-50 by Haskell. Could have the opportunity to put one in here, and he's going to be able to find the angle that time. And we're back within one Mull, and that insurance policy that Royce had obliterated in an instant.
Yeah, honestly, a bit of a weird decision there from Royce. Having no boost, obviously, and you do want to stay close to the ball to keep up pressure. You will try and go for that pinch, but definitely Haskell going straight up that wall can just obliterate the pinch and get possession, and he does get the goal from it. So definitely Royce is going to learn from that. Almost get it on target there.
Royce going to pop one off the backboard. Haskell, he's going to be easily able to get to that one. Good 50 by Royce, but he's going to lose out on that one actually. And he's going to end up back in his own corner. He's got a little boost to work with, and Haskell, he's going to take advantage of that one, and we are all tied up, Mull.
Honestly, the ball just lands straight down. Haskell brings it straight home. Royce in a bit of a sticky situation there, being stuck on the side of the wall, but really good from Haskell seeing the opportunity and taking it straight away.
Haskell taking opportunities. Obviously, both players have capitalised on the opponent's mistakes. As Haskell, he's going to win the kickoff there. Haskell, he's going to have an opportunity. Can he put it in the corner? Yes, he can, and that is a goal. And 3-2, Haskell finds himself ahead for the first time this game.
Well, honestly, this is what I was hoping at the start, but Haskell did have a bit of a time to get around into it. But he is going to get the lead here. But it is looking like Royce has a really good chance getting back. I didn't expect this from Royce, and he is playing really solid. Just a few little mistakes here and there.
Yeah, the momentum, though, firmly in Haskell's favour. He scored the last 3 goals in this game. And this would be huge if he could tie up the series in this one. He may be able to find a 4th here, but Royce gets it cleared just about. Haskell could retreat back to his own net. Royce trying to look for the fake, but Haskell not falling for that one. Royce gonna have to make a big save here if he can keep it out, and he does. That's a fantastic save. Didn't expect that one. The shot from Haskell was hard and true, but Royce is able to get up in time for that one. He's actually messed up that one on the backboard. Haskell could have an opportunity here, but Royce gets a big clear on that one, and he is going to relieve pressure on himself just for a moment. Plays one back into the midfield here. Could have an opportunity if Haskell can't get back, but he can. 50-50 there in the midfield, but Rosa, he's going to have an opportunity. Can he get it in? No, he can't. He's going to take it back to the corner, get the boost. Haskell tries to get it clear, but Rosa, he's got the 50 on him, but it's just saved by Haskell, and Rosa, the power, not enough to get it past the defender. Oh, a fantastic touch there by Haskell, just doinking it to the post. Rosa. Off the ball, he's going to try and commit to this one. He's got less than a minute now to make something happen. Haskell going to take this one to the wall. He's going to collect the back boost while he's there, and he knows that he has time on his side. He's just going to sit in the corner, but he's got to be careful not to be too overzealous with his little 1-goal lead. And Rosa, he's got a big touch on that one. If Rosa can get there in time, he may be able to put a goal in. And can he put it in? No, it's come off the post. That's a huge mistake from Rosa, and that could cost them the game. He's still got time though. 30 seconds is a lot of time in one, so that's a big 50-50 from Haskell. And if Haskell can, if this bounces in, this could be game. Rosa knows he has to commit to that one, and he puts it back into the corner. 3 boosts to work with, but only 20 seconds to get that pivotal goal. He has to score with one of the next attacks. Haskell, big clear, and he's got that one over Rosa, and it looks like Fomorians are doomed for game 4. Haskell just has to get one more big touch on this, and that's exactly what he's done. And unless Rosa can keep it up, which he can't, the Saints are going to tie up the series.
This is what we like to see, Rez. 2-2 on each side. Really good job from Haskell getting it back in there. Almost being a close game. The primary school teacher almost getting the series there at the start with Haskell with a few slip-ups, but he is going to get a bit more comfortable towards the end and take good advantage of those opportunities, especially with the second goal, where he catches Royser in a bit of an awkward spot and just gets it straight in. But really good game nonetheless.
Yeah, really good game. I would just like to correct my good casting friend Mel here for something like the third time tonight. Royce is actually a secondary school teacher, so
no way.
The more you know, he is. Yeah, so the more you know. Anyway, we're going to get into the next one. The next game is going to be a 3v3. We're going back to the roots of where we started in game 1. And it's going to be another spicy game. It was close in game 1. It came down to just a 1-goal lead, and the Saints took it. And I think the Fomorians are going to want to get right back into this one. They've shown what they can do in the 2s and in the first 1s game. So they're going to be doing their best to try and claim the lead. The team that wins the next game will find themselves on match series and shooting star point, as we're going to get into this third game, or 5th game should I say, back to 3v3. Fomorians and the Saints battling it out in this best of 7.
Yeah, and definitely with them taking the first 3 series there with the win, the Saints are going to have a bit more pressure on them to take this one as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens.
Haskell popping one off the backboard. Ryan pops it up yet again, but a good demo from Royce. Crossy's going to find the net, and long-range efforts have seemed to be a recurring factor throughout this series.
Yeah, really smart demo there from Royce and Crossy with a really nice aerial. Definitely starting off the series different from how we've seen the first game, but nonetheless, it's going to be a fun one to see how it turns out.
Yeah, fun one indeed, Mel. It's Crossy going to lose out in the kickoff. King Keelan up very quickly, though, beating Ryan to that one. That was impressive speed from him. He was at an awkward angle, and they may be able to get a second here, but Ruffs, as last man back, manages to hold down the fort. King Keelan off into the corner. Haskell's there. Oh, Ruffs, that's a fantastic touch to get it past Rosa, but Crossy, he's going to be back anyway. Got a little bit of boost to try and get a 50 on this. As he does so, gets it over Ruffs, and a good bump. The physical play has been utilised a lot more effectively by the Fomorians compared to the Saints so far, Mel. Crossy, up high. He's going to try and continue on this one. Ryan, he's going to miss that ball there. It's Haskell. Tries to go forward yet again. Royser tries to put one on net, but saved by Ruffs. Crossy tries to get a big boom, but saved by Ryan. Bails out his teammate who was stuck on the goal line. Crossy, another bump coming through, and it's these physical plays that have worked so well for them. King Keelan, big clear. Haskell's there though. High ball may hit the backboard, and it does hit the backboard thanks to a miss from Crossy, but Royser makes the save. And that's a big shot by Ryan, and he's going to tie up the game, and that was a fantastic shot from him.
Honestly, an absolute banger. Now, I know Ryan doesn't like being called a threes main, but when you hit shots like that in a threes game, Ryan, that is what makes you a threes game. That was an absolute banger.
Fantastic banger from him, finds the back of the net, and we're all tied up in games, we're all tied up in goals. As it's all to play for in the Shooting Star Grand Final between Fomorians and the Saints. King Keelan up on the wall, got a little bit of boost, gets it over the player. Haskell is the last one back, but Ryan missing that one actually, but Haskell is able to get there. Ruff's demo searching down the far end. King Keelan going to be able to knock this one down. Ryan makes the save off his own backboard. Who's there? It's going to be Crossy who gets there first. Coming off the backboard, Royser unable to get there just in time. Cleared back down towards the Saints' end. King Keelan can't get that one, but he has baited out a touch. Crossy hits down onto the backboard. Who's going to get there first? Going to be Haskell, but Haskell can't connect with that one. But Royser disrupting the rotations, but he's actually taking that one away from his teammate King Keelan. Crossy is the last one back here. Ryan almost getting there in time, but Crossy does well. Royser, big ball forward. Ryan back forward again. Ryan, or Ruffs should I say, tries to knock it infield. Crossy gets the save though, and well, the game is incredibly back and forth at the moment. But I'll interrupt you, King Keelan.
No.
Oh, what a save by Ruffs! And somehow been saved. Well, what on earth have we just seen?
Honestly, as you say that, the caster's curse almost happened, but then it completely reversed with such an amazing save there, and then a bit of a pressure that caused Royser not to be able to get it to the bottom right corner there. But definitely a bit of a mad scene going on there.
Royser, big bang off the backboard. Ryan won't be able to get there in time. Royser going to look for tries to get a bump. Does get the bump, but his teammates aren't there to back it up with a shot. Ruffs, big opportunity, but a great save by Crossy to keep it out. Ryan, forward. Haskell, good 50 to get the play on. Crossy gets the clear. Ruffs should be there to keep it on, but Royser, that's a good bump. And Crossy maybe to find the back of the net, and the physical play has been so good for them, Mull.
Honestly. Now, Ruff's in a bit of an awkward situation there, and he did try and do something, but unfortunately, Royser just comes straight in, blows him up, and then no one being back because of a bit of a double commit there on the backboard. It does cause the defense just to be wide open for a shot, completely removing the pressure that both teams had on each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan gonna play that one across. That's a good pass, but Royser cuts it out well. Haskell gets it past the first. Crossy is there. Demo though. Seems like the Saints have taken something out of the Fomorians' book. As good demo comes through. King Keelan cuts that one out well. Ruffs is there, but he's missed that one, and he's put Haskell in a very awkward situation. King Keelan could try and get this one in field, and he does. Is anyone waiting there? Crossy is, but it's cut out well by Ryan. 1 minute 14 to go, and the Fomorians are holding on to the lead as things stand. Royser gets a good touch. Haskell away to the side. King Keelan gets a good 50. It's going to go back to Royser. He's going to leave it for Crossy. Good link-up play by the Fomorians as things stand, and a miss from Crossy, a ghost hit perhaps. It's going to deny them the opportunity to get a third goal. Less than a minute now. Crossy, bang to the side. That's a good bump, should I say, on towards King Keelan. Royce has missed that one. It seems like the defense is scrambling here. Haskell back forward. Could Ruffs be there, or Haskell, should I say, pops it up high. Here's Ryan. They're running out of time. Final 30 seconds. The next couple of attacks is going to be make or break for them. And that's a good touch by Haskell. Who's up first? Ryan, he's made a miss. He's completely messed that one up, and Crossy makes a save. Cutting out the offense at the throat. And it seems that the fight has been kicked out of the Saints for this threes game. Crossy, he's going to bounce that one down. Royser makes the save. A shot from Haskell denied the opportunity to tie things up. This will be the last attack. Can they keep it up in the air? No, they can't. The Fomorians, they lost the opening threes game, but they've done the opposite in game 3, and they are 3-2 up, putting themselves on a series point.
Such a crazy game of threes there. Definitely seeing Fomorians step up from their first threes game there in the first series. And definitely both stats looking a bit the same, but you definitely want to look at the important things, which is the shots. Fomorians were going for way more opportunities there, and you can definitely tell, and a bit of team play as well, which is what I feel like caught the Saints off guard. And then the Saints looking like they had a bit of a miscommunication, a few double commits here and there. You could tell that the pressure was on them, and then that golden opportunity that he had at the end there, and there just wasn't much power in the shot. And unfortunately, they won't get the win. But Fomorians getting that game, getting them 3-2 in the series, which is very important, especially in this best of 7.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a very interesting one the next game. with it being twos again, and because the duo can't play together twice in the playoffs, it's going to mean that the duo of Crossy and Royzer is off the table in this one, which means King Keelan is going to have to play, and he's been no slouch this series, but he's certainly the weaker player, and I think that's where the Saints may be able to come into their own. They're the slightly more well-rounded team, which could provide them with the opportunity to take this game. It's going to be Ruffs and Hasko up against King Keelan and Royzer. The Fomorians could take it all here, or the Saints could take us the distance to Game 7. Off the backboard, opportunity perhaps, but cleared away. Royzer applying pressure, trying to add salt to the wound that is the Saints after losing the last game. Hopped high, Hasko, he's going to have to get a clear on this, he's the last one back. And it's been a slow game, both players, or both teams should I say, sussing each other out early on right now, Mo.
Yeah, honestly, you can see that Fomorians are definitely keeping up a bit more pressure now. As I say that, they are going to go down to their half for the first time. But Fomorians are keeping up really good pressure, and Keelan getting it over one. He can maybe get it over the second one. And
that's a big miss. There was a big miss by Ruffs on the back, but I'm not sure if it was a fake or what. But a huge error by Ruffs is just gifted the Fomorians a goal, and that is not where you want to be when you're playing up against series points.
Yeah, honestly, definitely catching Ruffs off guard. But yeah, Fomorians definitely keeping up more pressure and definitely feeling more comfortable as the series have went on. Maybe looking like that they found out some of the Saints' res.
Yeah, the Saints, they've struggled this series to really get sort of a consistent foothold and sort of get consistent pressure. Ruffs in his own corner. Got 20 boosts to work with and he's been dispossessed. Royzer could have an opportunity, but a good bump from him. High up in the air, King Keelan gets there first. Big boom downfield. Ruffs all alone on his lonesome towards his own defensive end. He's going to advance into the opposite half here as he fakes out the first opportunity here. Plays off the back. Well, this should be a goal for Hasko, and it is. And that is a beautiful play by Ruffs.
Honestly, such a nice play. Faking out the first person. It was so clean and then a nice flick. Unfortunately, not getting the top right for the solo play, but Hasko's there just to sweep it up and get it straight in.
Yeah, brilliant play by Ruffs, and I think that goal was all him. He was the mastermind behind that one, and we're all tied up. Royzer gets demoed there. Great play from Hasko. Gets the flick over the first. It seems like the flicks have finally been enabled here for the Saints. Ruffs popped over to the side. Gonna look to try and get another touch on this. He does. King Keelan is going to be there though. Knocked forward. Hasko gets bumped and he's going to be in a slightly awkward situation here. Ruffs not going to bail him out, but Hasko can do it all himself. Ruffs here tries to pop one off the backboard, but King Keelan cuts it out. And that's another great touch by King Keelan, and he seems to be playing at just a different level of speed compared to the other boys in this lobby. And he's got him that first goal and he's going to try and look to get some more. Hasko, long ball forward. King Keelan on his own in defense. He's going to get a great touchdown. It's that speed that I mentioned earlier, Mol. It seems to be keeping them within a foothold of this game.
Honestly, King Keelan, definitely not to be underestimated. He's had some really good speed, but definitely Ruffs with the mind games. He's almost faked out two people there and definitely keeping the fakes going throughout the series.
Well, that's some close effort, but Royzer able to cut across and make the save. And that's a good shot by Ruffs. He's going to put it in the back of the net, and for the first time this game, the Saints have the lead.
Yeah, Keelan definitely trusting Royzer a bit too much there to get the challenge, but Ruffs with a really nice beat and will get it on target. Definitely catching Fomorians off guard there.
Yeah, absolutely right with that one. 2 goals to 1, certainly not an insurmountable task for the Fomorians, but you never want to be behind in a tight game like this. Ruffs gonna try and get a flick on this one. He's got no boost to work with. Almost gets a turbo from Hasko. That's a massive miss. An open net miss. That could come back to haunt them, Mullen. With it just being a 1-goal game as things stand, that could be a huge turning point in the game.
Yeah, honestly, you'd hate to see something like that. But honestly, whenever Hasko makes a mistake, he usually does fix it up really quick. So you would expect him to play a bit more aggressive here for the next few seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. The tilt could be setting in with all those open net misses, and Royzer's going to try and get an effort on towards the net, but it's cut out by Hasko. Hasko, yet again, he's got good offensive prowess. His defense has been slightly more suspect. Keelan pops into the midfield. This could be a chance for Royzer, but it's actually fallen to Hasko.
Ooh.
And Royzer's got demoed. Keelan all alone. He's got to make the save here. Ruffs pops it off the backboard. Could get another, but Keelan. And that's a fantastic play by Ruffs, almost stopping Royzer getting there, but Royzer could be able to convert this down to a chance at the other end, but Hasko makes a save. Is Keelan there? Ruffs gets the clear. Big ball, Royzer making a miss on that one, but Keelan gets there in time. He's got boost to work with as well. Knocks it forward into the final minute of game 6 here. As Keelan trying to hold on to possession, but they just can't seem to. They just don't seem clinical enough in this game. Royzer, long ball down the far end. 40 seconds now. Royzer. He's got to get a big pinch, but he can't make it happen. Ruffs, he's just been cutting out every opportunity. Royzer bouncing down. Keelan. Low boost to work with, and they're running out of time in this one, and it's been a save by Royzer, but this could be another opportunity. This could close the game if it can be finished by Ruffs. Popped over the crossbar, and Royzer, they're just going to stay in the game, but they need a goal with this next attack. They need to get the ball forward. They can't just sit on defense. Royzer bouncing high. It's 5 seconds. They must keep the ball off the ground at this point. Royzer traveling down the rule. We've hit 0 seconds. Can he keep it up? It's going to bounce down. Royzer gets one into the midfield, but it's cleared away, and this may well hit the ground, and we're going to a game 7, Mul.
We're going to game 7. This is actually amazing. To have it in the finals, this is so good. Definitely good job there from Saints, keeping really good pressure. Missing a few opportunities, but they do manage. You could tell there in the last 30 seconds to a minute. They were just staying close to the ball. They were trying to hit it away from the Fomorians, trying to stop any opportunity to get a goal there, but really good job from them.
Yeah, of course, we're going to Game 7. This was the first grand final of RLIS Season 3, and it has not disappointed whatsoever. Going the full distance, we've got a 3v3 game to close it out, and these teams could not be any more close, Mul. They split the first 2-3 games. It's 3 games apiece, and honestly, it's just been an incredibly close affair, don't you think?
Honestly, you really don't know what's going to happen here. Now, looking at it, more into the series, the team that starts consistently getting the best is going to be the one that wins. But when you are both getting series out of each other, it's so hard to see what's going to happen here. Everyone's going to be voting for whichever they're choosing. But at the end of the day, this is just going to be an amazing series within itself. So it's going to be very fun to see how this game. And the server went down for maintenance for the 2nd time.
We love that, and I just have a little fun stat for you. This is only the 2nd ever Game 7 in RLIS history. The first occurred in Season 1. How do I know that? I was playing in it. It was the Shooting Star tier, as with this one, where we went the distance, and eventually I took it, so go me, yay. And that was an incredibly close series, and I can just tell you, I can vouch for the fact that the nerves are absolutely overwhelming at this point. Every touch you make, sort of something goes through your head, that sort of slight sort of bit of fear that makes you think, could this touch result in us conceding? But we're going to get into things here, Mul. In 5 minutes time, we are going to know who is the champion of RLIS Season 3 in Shooting Star. Hasko, off the backboard, Crossy tries to get there. Ryan, it's going to be cleared just about by Fomorians. They're getting away with that by the skin of their teeth. Keelan going to prioritise boost over the ball. That one could be a mistake, but Crossy gets there. Crossy's been a stand-up performer, I'd say, for the Fomorians in this series. He didn't play in the last 2s, and I would say that's probably what cost them. Keelan bouncing it over to the side. Hasko cuts it out into the midfield, but it's fallen to Royzer. Well, actually, both players have backed off from that one. That's a big mistake with the rotation there. But Royzer eventually is going to get back into that one. Bouncing off the backboard by Royzer. Ryan has to get to this one, but Keelan can't quite get the shot. Crossy missing that one. Big mistake from him. It's going to bounce across to the side. Hasko gets demoed. Crossy with an opportunity. His offensive prowess. It's all over them, and Crossy has started. The Fomorians are counting Game 7.
Crossy was with that one's aggressive playstyle again, just going for the demo. What a bit of a misread off Ruffs, and Ryan completely just breaks down. He didn't expect it to get past Ruffs, and he just sits there and watches it go in.
A big mistake by Ryan. He's not got the clear he would have wanted. And with that 1-goal lead, temperaments will be high for the Saints at this point. Keelan not going to be able to beat Ryan to that, but they're going to keep on this pressure, but Royzer cuts it out well. Got 20 boost now. Cleared away by Haskell. He's done well with that one. And that's a great play by Haskell. He's almost put it in. A great save by Keelan. Stopped on the line, and now Keelan's going to look to try and convert this into an offensive attempt by the Fomorians. Crossy back forward, 20 boost now. And it's a missed touch on the backboard there from Ruffs. Could have been a goal, but wasn't in the end. Keelan going to challenge this one, gets a good touch. He's going to get it away from the 2 offending players of the Saints. Haskell gets it over the first, going to try and pass it over to Ruffs, and has done. Ruffs looking to get a second, but Crossy cut it out. He's done incredibly well in this one. Keelan tries to get off the backboard. Going to be easy for Ryan, but he's actually fluffed that one up a little bit. But Rosa now able to get one off the backboard. Ryan has to make a connection. It's not a good touch, and Keelan could be able to get a second, and they've extended their lead to 2 mil, and this is looking like it's going to go the Fomorians' way as things stand.
Honestly, you hate to see it, Rez. The Saints are falling apart here, even rotation-wise. There's not really a rotation going at the moment, and they're definitely struggling in defense. And you can see it there, a bit of a slipper from Ryan, just causing it to be a goal there. And Keelan taking advantage of it really well, but looking like Fomorians are just being more solid at the start of this threes game.
Ruffs trying to move the ball forward. We're almost halfway through the game. We haven't seen too much that's sort of considerably threatening from the Saints so far. They're going to need to change that as they start piling on the pressure here. Ruffs cutting in midfield to sustain that pressure. Crossy going to leave this one out to Royzer. That's a good 50 by Royzer in the midfield. Going to fool. Who's going to get there first? It's going to be Keelan. Can he try and get another touch? But Ryan is going to be there. I've been slightly disappointed with Ryan, in all honesty. He hasn't really shown up to this final. It's mainly been Haskell carrying the team. Ryan gets a demo there. Ruffs trying to get up there. Ryan trying to redeem himself, and he may have put that one in. What a save by Crossy. He stopped it on the line. This could be an opportunity just over the bar. No, and Mull, they retain their 2-goal lead.
Honestly, you hate to see it. Once again, the Saints are just trying to scrabble for any bit of opportunity that they can, but they're just getting it slightly not on target.
Just inches away, and they're going to keep their 2-goal lead. This is so close. Crossy cleared away. Each second that they have this offensive pressure is a second less for the Saints to make this comeback. Crossy, great demo. He's going to retain the play, getting that physical play that's been so good for them throughout this series. Ryan.
Oh no.
Tries to get it inside. He's got the big clear, but Crossy is going to be there, isn't he? Always. It's been incredible this series. Certainly my MVP. Don't know if I have the right to give that, to be honest. And what a shot by King Keelan, and that may have confirmed the game.
Honestly, what a banger from King Keelan. Ruffs getting a bit of a dodgy shot there, maybe trying to go for a pass, but Keelan hits it straight on the right side of that hitbox. You know that sweet spot, and you can just feel it when you get that. And it just gets a top left bins. Definitely making a statement in this game here.
An absolute statement, and the game seems near unreachable for the Saints at this point. They have to get it with the next attack. 3 goals is it's okay in ones, it's difficult in twos, but it's near insurmountable in threes. Ryan tries to get the ball forward, played it forward towards Ryan, or Ruffs should I say. Ryan gonna have to try and get a touch here. Crossy gets there, and that's bounced down. Crossy tries to bounce it out towards Royzer, unable to make it happen. Ruffs, it must be this attack. 40 seconds, this could be it. Crossy just challenging every ball. It's just keeping the Saints on their toes, and they just don't have the offensive pressure that they need. Crossy gets there. King Keelan clears at 30 seconds. I think, Mull, we may have a winner to Shooting Star Season 3.
Rez, it looks like it's going to go to Fomorians. The Saints have no boost. They have no pressure. It honestly looks like it's going to be the Fomorians game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mull. An incredible performance by the Fomorians. They take it 4-3 in just the second RLIS Game 7 we've ever seen. The Fomorians, it took a long time, but they finally got there, and that was an incredible performance, Mull.
Honestly, that was an amazing series. An amazing job from every player. on the team to have a series like that and to have it end, unfortunately, a 3-0, but very good job from Fomorians. They definitely stepped it up, and you could see that in the second threes series, they stepped it up, and then
Yeah.
they kept that consistency going into this threes game here, and they definitely kept up the pressure. Definitely looking like Saints just didn't have much like space to do anything. They were always a bit boostless. The rotation was a bit off. There was just so much going wrong for them.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
definitely,
I'm just gonna hand things off to you for a second because it's 8 o'clock and I will be back momentarily. You can explain to the stream why I'm gone if you'd
I
like.
will. So, ladies and gentlemen, Reginald Spreadsheets the fourth will have to dip out of the end of the stream for the moment because he has to, at 8 o'clock, he has to clap for the NHS doing their amazing work. So, if you would all like to clap with me for Reginald Spreadsheets clapping for the NHS, ladies and gentlemen. But honestly, I would like to thank everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed the series. It will go to the Fomorians. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I've been Mull. I've been joined by the amazing Reginald Spreadsheets. And thank you very much.
Well, I am back. That was a good session. Oh, right. Mul did an outro. I can end the stream. That's fantastic. Thank you everyone very much for watching. Make sure you tune in just an hour's time to the Rising Star Grand Final. That'll be brought to you by Waz and Redport. Thank you very much, Mul, for joining me. You've done an outro already, so I'm just going to end the stream. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye bye.